Welcome to AGORACOM, the Small Cap Epicenter to AGORACOM TV, a daily, fast-paced, edgy show bringing the best press release out of the small and mid-cap space at the open so you can hopefully profit from them and maybe find your next great investment. It's Thursday, November the 26th. Happy Thanksgiving to all our U.S. friends. In fact, you shouldn't even be watching this. You should be with your family and friends getting ready for football and my Dallas Cowboys. Nonetheless, happy Thanksgiving to all of you. I guess because only the Canadian markets are open, resources stocks are dominating, about three of them for you. And in fact, this is just one of those days, well, an anomaly. All three of these clients, all three of these companies today are AGORACOM clients. Nonetheless, we don't talk about AGORACOM clients unless the news stands on its own 2 feet. Let's get straight to it. First off, Starfield Resources trades on the TSX Star Big Board under the stock symbol SRU, and for our friends in the U.S. on the OTC under SRFDF. They announced core assay results from their Moonlight drill program. This is on their Plumas County, California project. These are initial assays from the company's drill program. Looks like the highlights here. Hole number 0902 was drilled to a depth of 134 feet. Nice numbers here. First 74 feet averaged 3.26% copper. Included in that were some intervals here. There's a 6.5 foot interval that averaged 6.74% copper, a 17.3 foot interval that averaged 9.94% copper, and a 9.7 foot interval averaging 11.25% copper. Pretty nice numbers. I can't say anything more than that. You got to do your own due diligence. Assume I'm horribly conflicted, but those look like nice numbers to me. I like that. The company's primary asset is its Ferguson Lake nickel, copper, cobalt, platinum, palladium property in Nunavut. They also hold the Stillwater nickel, copper, cobalt, PG chromite project in Montana that has historic copper, nickel, chromite resources. Those are non-43101, so don't rely on those. The Moonlight copper project in California has significant NI 43101 copper resources. Not a surprise given the number, given that drill hole that the company just hit there. Last traded yesterday, 10.5 cents, 52-week high, 32 cents, 52-week low, 7 cents at Starfield Resources, SRU. Next up, AGORACOM client, Freewest Resources, TSX Venture Exchange, FWR. I don't have to say too much about that. Freewest has been the target of both a hostile bid by Noront Resources and a friendly deal with Cliffs Natural Resources, and they've taken the deal with Cliffs Natural Resources. Let me give you the update here. The Freewest says they've obtained regulatory approval for a $4.1 million private placement with Cliffs Natural Resources. Freewest can issue about 6.9 million shares at about a price of 60 cents per share. Proceeds $4.15 million bucks. It's going to be used for continuing work on Freewest 100% owned McFalls properly. Cliffs after this is going to indirectly hold 21.65 million shares, taking their ownership stake up to 9.73%. The board of directors reminds shareholders that they continue to recommend that shareholders reject the hostile takeover bid made by Noront Resources back on October 13th and not tender their shares to the Noront offer, which expires on December 1st. They also remind you that they unanimously support the proposed plan of arrangement with Cliffs Natural Resources. A special meeting of Freewest shareholders is going to be held in January 2010 to vote on the proposed transaction with Cliffs. The company closed yesterday, 64 cents, 52-week high, 68 cents, right up there, butting up against the Cliffs friendly price of 70 cents per share. And finally, New Sage Energy, client of AGORACOM, hasn't made much of an appearance, but they're starting to get active, so we're happy to report on today. Trades on the Venture Exchange under NSG. They're announcing that the J. Leger #1 well was recently drilled, and they've got some numbers here. It was drilled and completed. The well reached a total depth of 10,648 feet. Initial flow test results show a tubing pressure of 3,610 pounds per square inch gauge, a flow rate of 910,000 MCF of natural gas per day, and 29 barrels of API oil. All that, it seems like, equivalent to roughly 100 barrels of oil equivalent per day. New Sage holds a 5% working interest in the J. Leger #1 well. One thing about barrels of oil equivalent, the company does remind you that the term BOE, barrels of oil equivalent, refers to, may be misleading, particularly if used in isolation, and they've got a disclaimer there. You should read that. This is a Canadian oil and gas exploration development company with a focus on opportunities in South America and the U.S. Gulf States region. I like the fact that one of my close friends, John Carlesso, is involved with the company, a real visionary, up-and-coming guy. guy on Bay Street, and that's why I think this is a company to watch. Closed yesterday at 5.5 cents, so they got some work to do, but definitely worth one of those companies putting on your radar and watching the progress, because this is a company I know that's going to be about a company of action. Whether they can deliver the results, that's going to be up to John and his crew, but definitely worth watching. I like the people that are behind this. And finally, don't forget, we talk about it all the time, the AGORACOM Online Gold and Commodities Conference, just 1 week away. Latest update, we've just added Jean-Francois Tardif, that's JF Tardif, former superstar hedge fund manager over at Sprott. He was voted the #1 Canadian hedge fund manager last year. Barron's ranked him as the number 18 hedge fund manager in the world a couple of years ago. He is retired now, retired from Sprott, but he's peeking his head out of retirement in order to make an appearance at the AGORACOM Online Gold and Commodities Conference. So you want to tune in to hear what JF has had to say, because if you're a longtime AGORACOM member, you know that he's been pretty much dead on nails with respect to deleveraging, commodities, everything, but he's been quiet ever since his retirement. We've got him on AGORACOM. Make sure you get there. Make sure you tell your friends. That's a wrap. Have a fantastic day. See you tomorrow.